Welcome back to the YouTube channel. This is part 2 of me trying to experiment with clay. So this is what we worked on last video. It has cured or dried up. I'll give you some updates on it. Let's start with the cover. I think like day 2 when it was drying, there was a crack that formed right here, right about in here, and I had to patch it both inside and outside. You can still see the patch right there, and because of that crack I didn't want to work too much on the inside, so you can kind of still see the lines from the pasta strainer, and also the lines from the the rolls that I was making. But the outside is pretty much looking okay. I mean, I didn't take too much time cleaning it up because I have no faith in it surviving. But we'll see what happens to it. So remember, this one is the store-bought clay, just with the sand, with this sand, nothing else. Here's the base. The base, there's a funny story for this one. It didn't actually crack, but when I wanted to work on the inside part, I took it out and set it on plastic mold that it was in, and I forgot to put the cloth again. So when I took it out, I ended up tearing it right here. But we'll see. But I did fix it. I did patch it. Hopefully it holds up. Pretty dry. So with that said, I want to talk about the next part. Since we have, our experiment is here, I want to set a control. I want to do one by itself with no sand. I'm going to make a small little bowl or something like that. I don't know what I'm going to make. I'll figure it out. But I'm going to do one without any sand, nothing, just plain. I'm going to do one. So this is clay from my backyard. I just dug up good clay. It looks like it's good clay. But I'm going to mix it with this. I'm going to do one with the clay and a little bit of sand added. This clay here is kind of silty clayish, or sandy clay. So I don't know if it needs any more sand added to it. I think I'm going to do it without adding any sand. I think it has plenty of sand in it. But I'm going to do one with this in combination with this. I'm going to do one by itself. So we'll have a control point. Basically it's going to be the same process. I'm going to rework this. You can see it's in lumps. I gotta rehydrate this one because it's been sitting out here for a little bit. I'll do all of that and I'll come back. I want to show you how it needs compared to the last video when it was the store-bought clay by itself. This is it's not red. This is basically this Texas clay. So not even that hard. Very easy to knit. And so I already did this one here. Very easy. Very little water needed. We did have rain in the past couple of days, so it didn't need any water. So I'm finding little organic material like dead wood or a wood piece of bark or something like that. I'm getting those out as I fill them when I'm needing it. For the most part, it does pretty well. I don't think I need to do anything to it. I thought I'm going to need water. Oh, does it pretty well. I'm going to mix this one with the other guy, store-bought clay. I'm going to make some more. I'm thinking of adding one more, one with just sand. I need to do one with sand, one by itself, one with the store-bought clay, and then the store-bought clay by itself. So that's 4 pieces, or 4 experiment pieces. Alright, so now it's time to mix the store-bought air dry clay with our natural from the backyard. I don't even know how to mix it really. I might take a little like that. Just knead it in. I wonder how that color is going to come up. Drying a little bit on me. Okay, seems like it's mixing in well. Well, I think this has a better chance surviving than the one we already made. I don't know. I'm willing to bet. Well, obviously, I think the one from the backyard is definitely going to survive, I think. Because you'll see it. It is. I mean, this stuff is plastic, but it's strong. It has sand in it, natural sand. I think this has a better chance. Easy to work with. Didn't have to add any water. Look at that. Alright. It was about 50-50. So 50% from store-bought clay. The other 50 is the clay from my backyard. So I'm gonna finish mixing this up. I got the one that's gonna be by itself hydrating right there. So I'm soaking it in water, or else I won't be able to do it. I'll start forming them. I'm thinking about some type of a bowl like this that I'm gonna make. We'll see. Alright, we're back. So, got everything mixed. This is the store-bought clay with the backyard clay. Got an interesting color. Can't wait to see what it looks like when it fires. Backyard clay added wood. I added a little sand to it, maybe 10% sand. Backyard clay by itself, and the store-bought clay by itself. So we're gonna start forming with this one, so I know which one is which. So this is sand, backyard clay, so I don't forget which one is which. I don't know if you can hear it, I have a fan going, so I didn't want it to dry my clay start drying my clay, so I got a damp cloth. So I'm going to start working on this behemoth. Much better than the clay we had last week. Nothing sticking to the table. Look at that. I think we can make the cover out of this. This time we're not going to use any form. I'm going to use my hands. So just trying to get it into a round form so I can start using my hand to make the opening. Make sure it doesn't get stuck, so I'm gonna put a little sand, just like last week. Got a little thinner on this side. See, it's kind of going okay. Not too worried about forming. Scrape some of that bottom piece, and I'm going to feel the walls around and see where's the thinnest part, and try to reinforce it, because the bottom I feel like it's pretty thick. Alright. That. Fantastic. There's no way I could have done this with the other one. The from the last video. Plain. I don't know what I'm gonna do with that store-bought clay. Oh, man, yeah, this is awesome. Let's see if I gave up on this thing last week. Trying to use this thing. Maybe on the walls. My hand's better. Seems like my hand does a tiny bit better job. Alright, so I figured this trimming method would work. Put a piece of wood and the knife, trying to get an even cut. So what I'm doing is basically just hovering over it like this. So like I know this part right here needs a little bit more beef. Needs a little bit more. I'll skip it and get some more leftovers. Okay. Just kind of put it down here like that. Might not be perfect, but I think it'll work. Have to be steady. Kind of wipe the knife off once in a while. This part is not reaching. This is the hardest part, I find. I have to find a different method doing this. I know some people on YouTube, they can easily do it, you know. They've been doing it for a while. So, no, my wood, okay. Okay, I think we got a piece here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set it to the side. And work on the cover. Cover is just gonna be this. It ain't gonna be much to it. Probably gonna be flat with a little handle that goes on top. Yep, not much to it. Later on we'll start decorating it and all that with other. Once I figure a clay that works. Okay, gotta make sure I don't bend it. Alright, we're gonna try to make the cover here. I'm gonna put a little bit, a tiny bit of sand on top so that it doesn't stick to my roller. This aluminum thing worked real fine on the last video. Let's see if he'll do it again. Don't need much. It's already tearing up here. You just need something that will cover about the diameter of this. Almost there. Cut it out. reinforce on the bottom. Not in the bottom, sorry, on the top. So this would be the piece that's going to face down. And then I'll take this, mush it up, and to roll it, I'm going to get a little thin piece all the way around it. It'd be like a little lip. I think I got enough, but I can take some of my leftover glue here. Kind of mix it up. Good thick layer. Only bad thing about doing clay is messy. You don't mind that. Kind of could be fun. It's therapeutic. Is that what they call it? Especially if it comes out right. So I'm gonna get one piece. Cut that in half. Even thinner. If I can find my knife. I don't know what I did with the knife. Okay. Guess we'll use this until we find the knife. I'm sure it's somewhere here. Oops, I pressed it too hard. About a finger width on the outside edge. I'll mush it in once I get my diameter correct. By the way, I'm trying out a new camera. Well, it's not new, but new to me. So let's see if this is better than my phone. It was kind of annoying doing it on the phone because you can't use your phone. Oh yeah. This is going to be nice. Maybe roll it even a little bit more. Because I want this part to be inside the mouth of the thing. So I'll just buy myself a little bit more room, just in case. Alright, we're back. So what I did is I rounded up the edges down here in the bottom. See it's smooth. Try to polish it as much as I can. Hopefully this thing is not stuck to the table. We'll see. I can move it. This is gonna be interesting. How this is gonna move. Should have thought about that. I gotta find that knife. Oh, I know. I'm gonna put a string. I see some lady in this. I'll be back. I don't know if you can see this, but there's a string here. I'm gonna try to use the string. See if I can get it off. Somewhat working. I don't know. Oh no. The string broke. That didn't work. Or you could do a thicker string. Got a thicker string here. This is stronger. This is working. It is working. Yeah, definitely without the string I wouldn't have been able to pick it up. Oh yeah. Let's see. Try my hand. I just need to move it a little bit and put it on the cloth. Come on. Almost. Almost there. Just needed it. 3 more inches. A couple more inches. Alright. Okay, next one is the backyard clay with sand. I'm gonna form it up into a cup. I'm gonna try to do a cup. I'm not gonna use the entire clay. I'm gonna save it in case it does fire, and I'll save one. The only one I didn't save is that one, because I'm not planning to buy that store-bought clay anymore. If I have good clay like this in my backyard, well, why should I pay? Why should I spend money? Main thing is if it fires. We're gonna keep playing around with it. Need to get enough piece. Okay, we're back. If you notice, video or sound quality changed. My camera died, so go back to my phone. So again, this is the backyard clay with sand added, and we're making a clay cup. So I'm gonna put the diameter of this. I'm not worried about it being stuck to the table now. Now I know a method to get it out. I'm not worried about that anymore. Okay, I'm gonna just roll. Let's roll. I'm gonna need it. That string was really helpful. Piece. Roll. Got it. Make one long enough that will go around without me adding. I didn't want to add a reinforcing like that. It kind of looks weird when that happens. But it's okay. We'll make it work. So the intent is to keep going, just like how we did the plate. Just to go around, push this in. Basically fusing the bottom with my coil. Just go around. Good. I just want to make sure there's no crack, nothing. Okay. Or we'll work on the outside later. We can add the coil all around. So I'm gonna keep going. I'll add the coils to see how much it takes me. I want about, mid-range cup. So let's see. We'll see. We'll be back. Okay. So quick update. About some news. Didn't work out too well for the first one we did with the clay. Interesting sound that Mustang was making. It was a Mustang, but anyways, so our first one didn't even make the didn't even last that long. It started cracking all over the place. Didn't even dry. The store-bought clay, I don't know, that's so weird. Store-bought clay, I guess the sand made a big difference. Okay, the store-bought clay lasted a lot longer before it started cracking, because it was, with the sand, it lasted a lot longer before it started cracking. It cracked the next day, but this one just right here in my face, just sitting there cracking. So mixing it with the backyard clay didn't make any difference. It was already tearing to pieces. So what I did was, I'm still gonna fire it, but what I did is I shortened the rim to get the weight off of it and put it in the foil to mold it, just like how we did the other one. It's gonna take it longer to cure, but if it does fire, I think it still fits. The cover for it should still fit, hopefully. I think it will. We'll see. But that's the little update. Here's the backyard clay. So I'm afraid backyard clay still on the sand. Yeah, that's the one with the sand. The pure one, the one that doesn't have sand mixture, is here. Which would be that guy. I think it's labeled. Yeah, because I'm gonna forget which is what. This is gonna be interesting. So this has the sand. Okay, I'm gonna put this over there back. I'm gonna try to make something small. I'll save the clay, but I'm gonna try to make something small like that. Maybe a little coffee mug, coffee cup. Oh, I know what I'm gonna make. A little coffee roasting thing. Yeah. Okay. I got it. Okay. This is what the little coffee thing looks like. This is the clay, the backyard clay with sand. And the others are looking okay so far. No problem. No cracking so far. We'll keep going. I'm gonna try to form the cover for it. I'm gonna do it by hand instead of rolling it. And see if I can do it by hand. Nothing special on the cover. Just I like it to be concaved a little bit. If I can make that happen, that'd be great. Without it cracking. I think that's it. I think that will do. That's good. So I'm just going to use a little water. Rub it up. I feel like it's gonna crack when I set it down. Unless maybe this too small. No, I need something. Okay, I think this could work. I'll put a cloth over it. Just a little support so it doesn't crack. They finish for me out. I think it's not a bad idea here. It's like a little just firm it up a little bit. Make it a little shiny, polish it. Oh. It's supposed to be edgy. It is definitely I'm not taking my time. Until I know which one it's gonna survive. I'm not gonna take my time. Excuse me. So that's pretty much that's it. I'm done with this one. So the only thing I have left to try is the store-bought clay by itself. So I'm gonna make something out of it. I'm not even gonna waste my time just in scoping something. I'll come up with something and I'll get a final video. All right, people. So I think I'm gonna make this into an ashtray, but I made the store-bought clay. This is the control. Made it into a little ashtray thing. I'm gonna flip it. At least it's dry enough. If it doesn't crack, I think it's gonna crack, but I did my best to shine it up. I was getting tired anyways. So here's the rest of the pieces. Let's see how these are gonna turn out. You know, the workmanship here is not the greatest, but these are test items, so we'll see. When this dries up enough, this is too soft. I'm gonna come in and fill in these two right here. I can probably fill that one in, but I'm gonna let it dry. And we'll go from there. This one hasn't cracked yet, so we'll see. Okay, part 2 will be the firing of these. So basically, I'm gonna put this in a backyard in a pit. I have a center block pit that I use to grill with. I'm gonna fire it all in there. Till next week.